What's up, everybody? This is Jay. Welcome again to another week. How about that undoing? Man, I ain't gonna lie. Even up until the end, I was still trying to figure out, did he do it or did he not do it? And we see, yeah, he used her head like it was a game of whack-a-mole. He done straight turned her into a crackhead, cracked her upside the head, something ugly. He was bogus. And then tried to kidnap his son in a damn Range Rover. How stupid can you be? For real. Like, don't you know they tracking that damn car? They knew everywhere he was going. They knew right where to get him. You need to get you a box Chevy or something. You trying to get away. Something that you could fix it anywhere that ain't gonna break down that easy and you ain't gonna be able to be tracked. He tried to ride in the damn Range Rover. What the hell? How dumb can you be? Anyway, it was good. And I almost thought that the damn daddy, the daddy did it. They had me thinking for a second, damn, he did push them papers off the table pretty hard. Maybe he the violent one. We'll see. I got brother Ian in here joining from Cigar Talk. What's up? What's up?
Good evening. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, everybody? What you think about that undoing now that it's undone?
So I made it about 3/4 into that episode, then I ran out of time because I started a little late this evening.
Right.
So I left off in the big court scene where they put the wife on the stand.
Okay, so yeah, she basically undid him. And it was
okay.
She basically undid him, and what happened was she kind of did it in a smooth way as she talked to her lawyer girlfriend, and that lawyer girlfriend also knew the prosecutor real well too, and so
really okay, yeah.
And so
they had that thing in the bathroom, so that
right
some sort of pre-existing rapport, okay.
Right. And so what they did, she went on a walk with her girlfriend, lawyer girlfriend, because she had a talk with her dad and stuff first, and so basically he was eating at her conscience. Yeah, and so he was like, she went on ahead and went on the walk with her girlfriend, but we don't hear the conversation, but it must have been deep because they went on a nice long walk. And so basically, I guess what we got to assume from that is that her girlfriend put her on game and said that you should go, if you go on the stand, you need to pretend like you going to have his back. And then you can go on the stand as his defense. And that way, when they cross-examine you, they can't say it's a mistrial or throw the stuff out because they the ones that put you on the stand. And you the wife, and you'll throw out the spousal privilege. So that's how she ended up doing it. Whereas if they would have called her as a witness, the prosecution, she could have denied for spousal privilege or, a bunch of other stuff could have came into play. But by her doing it, he basically was screwed to the point where he was ready to throw it all in. You know what I'm saying? BR Jr., what's up? Checking in on Twitch. What's good? Appreciate you. What's up?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was pretty intense. The one thing that blew me, though, was those people, not the defendants, not the lawyers, none of them have game faces, man. They cannot accept bad news while in public. Just like the expressions and everything of that, and just how Hugh Grant's character kind of just deflated before your eyes, like,
yeah,
I'm in bad shape,
Yeah, that's the first time you actually see him
sweat.
Get upset in that courtroom. He got pissed after she gave that testimony. He was ready to, snap. And then we see at the end what happened, and damn, it was horrible. Yeah, Nate Robinson sleep. Yeah, he ain't woke up yet. He didn't wear night.
Yeah, I saw the clip, man. That was pretty brutal. It was just like, bang.
Yeah, definitely.
Right across the
Donald Welliver
board,
checking in on Facebook and Savannah on Facebook. What's up? What's up? There, yeah, that clip. I'm gonna go on and play that clip a little later too, and we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, that was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Snoop, he might have found him a new avenue though, because he was funny. And I like that whole little concept of how they put that fight together. Yeah. Yeah. Savannah said pass the Dutch over there, man. You know, and a little later we gonna talk about the smoke of the week right there. We let you talk about a little smoke of the week, and you can talk about a little cigar or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So she may be looking for a new flavor. Those of y'all might be looking, or even looking for a gift for that man that has all the other things, you know.
Yeah. This is, I mean, it's real quick. It's just the Perdomo 20th anniversary. It's another pretty popular Nicaraguan brand, full-bodied cigar. Very bold. It's good.
And for those that don't know, what's a full body mean?
Basically, it's more closer to that tobacco and leaf taste, you know, with whatever little spices that might add, as opposed to like a sweeter smoke, like a baccarat or something like that. That has a completely different experience. So it's like between, you know, mild, medium, and just like straight bold. And I've been more of a bold smoker this year. It's good.
There you go, man. He's gonna get a little bit more into it a little later, so that'll get a little, you know, whet your appetite. You know, my dad, he used to get my grandfather, he liked Phillies. but he just like regular Philly blunts. That's what he just regularly like. And he would even get the long ones, but cut them in half and then like damn near eat them, like chew them up so damn much.
Those Phillies are so damn harsh.
I know. Around Christmas, my father would get him some El Productos.
Oh yeah, it's like taking one of these to the neck. Like forget about it.
Boy, you ain't lying. You are not lying.
Jeez.
And I appreciate you, Whitney. And those out there trying to make it to 30K subs, please subscribe. Also, check in there and subscribe to Cigar Talk. And you know, we appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that like. Fargo season finale is tonight. I do need to get up on that. I'm only in like the second or third episode on Fargo. I need to catch up on season 4. Have you checked into any of that Fargo season 4 yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, that Fargo right there is pretty good. I need to go ahead and catch up on that.
Yeah, like all I have time to do is get acquainted with For Life. I'm in like the 5th episode of the first season. I know I'm behind y'all, but I'm trying to catch up. So it's a cool little show.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about a little bit more about that For Life also on here. For Life, the last episode aired, and so you know, it definitely was interested.
I'm up on Mandalorian too.
Now that I gotta catch up on as well.
That's a good one.
Yeah, definitely. Let me pull up right quick about. Let's go ahead and before we go ahead and leave the Undoing. Let me pull this couple things up on the Undoing. I was thrown off on the Undoing though when the boy had the hammer, and what's tripped out is the damn dad was actually trying to play it like, did he do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just flipped on his son like that.
Man,
like
he dirty.
I mean, quickly.
If the wife would have fell for it, do you think he would have let his son go to jail for his crime?
I don't know, man. He seems like, just from what I took from that episode, like he is pretty much he's a sleazy dude. You know, he may not have killed the girl. You know, I didn't make it to the end. I don't know, but it's just exposed all of the other misdeeds he's done. You know, he's garbage. You know, he's a POS. So
ain't they what they call sociopath?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Able to do some evil things and just act like it didn't even happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And one of the things that they showed at the end that you missed that you should definitely check is they actually finally showed what happened. And so after he got through, you know what I'm saying, with her, and the spoiler alert for those that ain't seen it yet, spoiler alert. So after he making love with the girl, he getting ready to walk out of the place, and then she's saying about, well, before he getting ready to walk out, he getting dressed. She talking all this stuff about how cool his wife is and how close she's getting with his wife and stuff, and she think that his son would be like a big brother to her son. And he like, wait a minute, hold up. You
Right.
took it too far.
Right. And her son was the cancer patient, right?
Exactly.
The one
And
he
they
was
went to
treating.
the same school.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it was just twisted, man. I mean, I came in at the ninth inning, but
yeah,
definitely. It was pretty intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gave you a good feel for somebody like me. Like if you've never seen the series before, like me, like they kind of like do what they can to make sure you know what's happening. You know.
Right.
You know what's already transpired, even if you haven't seen like you know, every single nook and cranny. But I had a good idea of what was going on when I hopped on, so it was
right.
Yeah, it was well rounded.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of, you know, he kind of said, you know, hey, stay away or I'll hurt you. She like, oh, you can never hurt me, baby. She thought that WAP was like armor or something, I guess, from a nutcase. And you know, this dude was straight crazy.
She thought it was made of diamonds or something.
Yeah, Undoing is on HBO. Yeah, and you know,
It's
man,
a good whodunit.
For real.
Yeah, it's a good whodunit.
She definitely pushed it. Lovely Libra, what's up? Your Twitch is better today. You can see the video, hear it, unlike the thing. Okay, that's what's up. What she's talking about, checking in on Twitch is for those who aren't subscribed to me on Twitch. I don't know what you're waiting on, but I had the Tyson fight streaming on my Twitch channel last night. So if you wanted to watch the fight and everything, you could have watched it on Twitch. But nevertheless, she was having some issues, so that's what she talking about. But yeah, the Undoing, yeah, it was crazy. I'm gonna say a couple things, then we're gonna move on to the fight. I just think that dude was stupid at the end because we see he killed her or whatever, and but then he tried. He did kill her.
Okay.
He did kill her because after she said you won't hurt me, he came and kind of like grabbed her by the throat and then gave her a couple of bangs up against the wall with her head, and she was still like, you won't hurt me. He like, oh yeah, does that hurt? Oh, does that hurt? Does that hurt? And then she got pissed, started spitting in his face.
So the most obvious answer was the answer at the end.
Right. Exactly.
That's low-key anticlimactic because then you look back and you see all the signs like, okay, yeah, this guy he's been trash.
For real.
Get away from him.
For real. I mean, every step of the way, it showed that he did it. And then it shows that the law sometimes, most of the time, does work, but it doesn't work in some cases, and people need to take that into account too. Just because it does work, like there's no way everybody can know everything because nobody can be in that position, like Minority Report type thing. But when you have all that circumstantial evidence, normally it does point in the right way, you know. And so he banged her up, and then she fell, and then she was still kind of she picked up the hammer and came at him with the hammer and tried to hit him, and then he blocked it, and then I guess he realized, okay, here's the chance, and then he gave her a crack, and then she fell out on the floor, and then he went in and thought about it for a second and realized, well, she definitely gonna tell the police about this if I let her live, so I might as well finish it and have a chance. And that's probably the evilness he was thinking that he could do. And
yeah,
even if she would have told you, would have had a better chance of getting out sooner and moving on than if you killed her. Now you going to get the death penalty or whatever, but she didn't kill somebody or whatever. So at the end, the dumbest part of it all to me is he tries to kidnap his son and get away in a newer model Range Rover. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So of course it's a noticeable vehicle, but not only that, GPS tracking, they go on helicopters. They like, yeah, he's down such and such road. And so at the end, you know, he think not far at all. Not far at all. And then he tried to what? Gonna try to commit suicide, jump off a bridge. Of course, that don't work. So anyway, that was stupid. But yeah, yeah.
You must be punished.
I think that he was actually gonna get off too. If she didn't do that testimony, I think he was gonna actually get off.
The way he melted when he saw that the wife was gonna testify for him, he was like thinking like, "Oh, we're gonna beat this thing for real. I've got her now. I've got her on my side."
And she said, "There's no way you could have done that."
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Convicted quickly.
For real. All right. Everybody talking about the Tyson fight. Let me go on and get into this Tyson fight. Man, well, we can start off with Nate Robinson.
Sure.
It ain't gonna take that long. The Tyson fight, look at, he got the taco meat showing for Roy Jones. Look at two old dudes right here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it was actually all right. It was a $50. It
was cool
fight. Yeah. Nate Robinson. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find a clip that I can actually play. Oh man.
They're all over the place.
Oh man. Why? Who is his trainer? But you know, one thing that I would say is that that I know is that a lot of athletes, you know, if they good, like Nate Robinson was a star football and basketball player. So a lot of times they don't have to fight. They get protected by people in the hood. Oh, don't mess with him. He trying to do this or that. So a lot of times he probably ain't been in as many fights. And it's just unfortunate.
Now, what about his opponent, though? His opponent wasn't fighting professionally before this.
That's true. Jake Paul is not a pro fighter, but he's been taking it serious.
That's what I heard. He's been taking it real serious.
Yeah, yeah. And
training all that.
Right. Like the way Nate Robinson whole style of fighting was a street fight. You run in quick and you go in, you try to get the first couple quick moves. It looked like a couple times he wanted to pick him up and dump him. And and so you know, it just seemed like he had no type of real training going on.
Yeah, it did look like he was getting trucked, you know, before he hit him with that last blow.
Right. Let me see if I can look like the screen is frozen. Is your screen frozen?
Nope.
My stuff is frozen over here for some reason now. Let me see if I can refresh it. I hope I don't have it.
Okay, we'll give him a second. How's everybody doing tonight? And are there any particular topics you want to see us tackle besides the entertainment stuff? Let us know. Okay, you guys are still talking about the Jake Paul thing. Yeah, that was pretty. It was pretty brutal. I just saw the. I didn't see the whole fight. I saw the clip where he knocked dude out. It was just one and done. Right across the old noggin. People think hitting bags and pads is good enough to go against someone. That's true. Yeah, fighters are different people. Like they're used to that kind of that physical strain that and sharpening that a life of fighting will do. People that just step into it, they don't have that same appreciation for fighting. I don't know where Jay went. He was having technical difficulties. Here he is. He's back.
I
They
didn't
were
know if
just
the
asking,
stream
where
was
did Jay
still
go?
going, man. All
I was
right.
just trying to keep it moving.
All right.
I figured you'd get right back.
I don't know what just happened with that, man. First the screen froze, then I couldn't do anything. All right. Let's go on back to this Nate Robinson.
I appreciate you, lovely Libra. I appreciate that.
You stealing my women, man? No, I'm just playing with you, man. Got to fight for my
Cigar
love.
Talk if you haven't already.
Got to fight for my love.
We're sharing acquaintances.
I just hope Nate's okay.
Right, man. We got the memes right
here.
See
the little press conference he did right after the fight?
Where
that little kid rolled up on him. The little kid just like bear hugged him and started crying, man. He's like, "You're his idol," and all that. He's like, "Oh, it's all good, little bro. Stop crying."
Damn. He said, "Man, I just stopped crying. Why don't you?"
Right. Then he said together. Then he said he'll definitely do it again.
No.
He said he wants to do it again.
No. No.
That's what he said.
No. The worst part about it is he said he was fighting for his family. Like, don't fight for me. We got to get somebody else. We going to nominate a new person to fight for the family.
He dropped a name at the end of that clip, too. I'm trying to remember who he dropped. He said specifically, I want to smoke with this person. Oh, with Conor McGregor. He said he wants to smoke with Conor McGregor.
Oh, my. Yeah, Jake Paul said that.
Yeah.
Which he don't want either. Like, you beat Nate Robinson. Stay in your lane. Conor McGregor will break you in half. Like I said that on the fight last night when I heard him say that, I almost had a heart attack laughing. He talked about Conor McGregor. Jake Paul only 22. Like Conor McGregor been training for 20 years.
Yeah, Conor McGregor's a fighter.
For real.
I was just talking about this while you're away. There's a difference between people that are real fighters as opposed to these come latelys that are just monetizing it.
Exactly.
It's a difference. Yeah.
Right. Like he talking about, I've been taking this serious for like the last year. It's straight. I'm ready. A year.
I mean, with the right training and all that, yeah, you could be an adequate fighter, but that doesn't
to beat Nate Robinson.
That doesn't put you on. Yeah, it doesn't put you on like Connor's.
No.
Mike. None of them. Like that's a different thing.
He never even been hit by a Conor McGregor quality person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the power, the skill, knowing exactly where to hit you.
Yeah, he's more of a match with Conor McGregor on a personality level.
Yeah, they could do that.
Crazy dude with the tattoos, always talking crazy, real cocky.
Let's see this Nate beat down. What happened? Damn, he fell face first. That's how you know you out cold, because it's the natural human reaction to put your hand down. And if your face is your hand, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was done.
Let's see. He ready to go night-night. He ready to go night-night. And win night-night. Back into the left. Back into the left. Back into the left.
You straight Zapruder filming this now?
For those who don't know,
reference for those
JFK. There you go, right there.
Back into the left. Back into the left. Got Kevin Costner just rolling.
Hey, for real. That JFK was controversial, but it actually was really good, though.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of Oliver Stone stuff, like the last 20 years. He does like those political thrillers.
Yeah. Did you see what he did with Vladimir Putin?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my goodness. Oliver Stone, I'm going to pull it up. He had a
movie now?
Well, he actually did a documentary. Nate Legg was in there. Nate Legg, he was just all just bitched out.
Yeah, he was. Oh, man, it was awesome.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, man. They had to turn him on the side so he didn't, suffocate laying on his belly like a little baby. Got it so he didn't have SIDS. Had to turn him on the side. That's embarrassing. And then let me ask y'all this before I
tough.
talk about JFK. Ladies, if that's your man, what do you say to him when he come in, baby? How I do? Hi, look, baby. How I should do this again, baby. What you think? Do you support your man and say, yeah, baby, you can do it? Or you say, baby, let's think of something else. Let's just do famous special dunks or something.
Yeah.
Just jump over shit, baby. Just jump over shit.
Concern for his well-being. Yeah.
For real. Especially when he ain't even getting no money really for that. I mean, he should have money from his NBA career. I'm gonna pull up what Nate made in his NBA career. I don't know why the hell you would want to fight anyway, Jake Paul. That would be beneath me. You know, not that I would be all this or that, man. I'm 30-something years old, played in the NBA 10. What the hell I'm fighting this little for on damn?
Right.
What I have to gain?
Will be attached to this though for a long time. That's what sucks. This one little moment in time.
It ruined his whole everything.
You know,
when you Google Nate Robinson, that's going to forever come up first.
Yeah,
over his dunk contest wins, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and really, that was a bad move because what did he have to win? Really, he wasn't going to make no real money. He's not going to have a real career in boxing after that. Who the hell going to be like he beat Jake Paul? Let's take him serious. They wouldn't have taken him serious because even though Jake Paul been taking it serious, he only had one fight, and that was against another YouTuber. If Nate Robinson would have beat him, people would have said, well, I mean, it was against a YouTuber or, you know, whatever. So he wouldn't have got no real credit.
Yeah.
Only downside.
This is a major L.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that's going to be on his jacket forever. That's unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Like no matter what he tries to do to turn this around in the future from a PR perspective, he's always going to have this cross to bear. There's always going to be somebody that's going to ask him about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be something he'll have to address until he's just kind of over it.
The lovely Libra says she gonna sugarcoat it and say it's okay, baby, get him next time.
All right, keep her.
Right. But is she though?
You're a keeper, girl.
Killed, girl. It's okay, baby. Get him next time.
Right.
And then I do. Baby. Get him again. Roll me out.
It's terrible. Oh man.
I still love you, baby. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Shout out to the ladies that hold it down for real.
For real.
Seriously. Much love and respect.
Yeah, all jokes aside, though, you know I love you, girl. But that's what you need, though. Somebody that gonna keep, help you lick them wounds and push you back out there.
Right.
Straight up.
Make sure you don't die.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't push me back out in the battle when with a knife in the gunfight. Nate Robinson need to hang that up.
Yeah.
And he just ran out there. He had no type of defense, nothing. It was pathetic. But anyway, this is JFK. If y'all ain't seen it, it's rated an 8 on IMDb. I would give it about between a 7.5 and an 8. But it's a damn good movie. Damn good movie. If you especially like history, you got to be a person that like history because it's not no action like shooting and car bombs and stuff like that.
Oh, history and conspiracy theories because Oliver Stone is heavy on the conspiracy theories.
Right.
Like his last 10 movies have been conspiracy theory movies.
Right.
See that George Bush movie he did? That
was good. That was it was called Bush, wasn't it?
It was called W.
W. Yeah, that was good.
Josh Brolin played Bush.
He did a good job too.
He did a great job.
Yeah, and played Condoleezza.
Thandi? Was it
Thandi Newton?
Newton,
yeah. But
perfect casting.
Yeah, it was. That Bush was really good because it give you, that W. It give you insight into what they was thinking about when they was invading Iraq and when he was running for governor. It's like his whole life almost, it follows and chronicles. But
right, it starts him in college as he's pledging.
Right.
Just setting
And
himself up on that track. Then you just
definitely.
see how much nepotism will get you in life if your
He
family's in
failed
such a
upwards
way.
because they originally
Yeah,
wanted
failed
Jeb
upwards
Bush,
consistently,
to be the president.
according to that
Oh,
movie.
have you seen The Untold History of the United States?
Mm-mm.
This is
That's
on Netflix, I believe.
the
Have you seen?
documentary.
Yeah, Oliver
Haven't seen
Stone.
it.
Oh, this is
Uh,
amazing. I recommend
when did
anybody
that
watch
drop?
this. Huh?
When did that drop?
I think it was 17. What did it say?
I gotta check it out.
12 to 13.
Yeah, Oliver
And
Stone.
so,
He's heavy on the politics.
man,
I
for
just
real.
watched that Edward Snowden movie he did a few years ago with Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing
Oh,
this
yeah,
particular
yeah.
character. Yeah.
It's called Snowden, I think, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. All about how analysts for the CIA ended up
hmm
being a whistleblower.
hmm Hey,
It's good
this right
showing.
here, let me tell you, everybody, you all should definitely see this, the 12 episodes. So it goes in like eras, decades, and it show how we are where we are today. It's showing like with World War II, and it's showing what happened and how the politics and policies and the events and what ended up happening to how we got to the next. Then it's showing the Roosevelt, Truman, Wallace. Then they talk about why they dropped the bomb and that what went behind that. Cold War, and it's not necessarily the textbook version of everything. It's actually going in depth and showing the different reasons and real reasons and racist reasons and fear and different things that's happening. You see it's JFK and to the brink with Russia and Cuba issues and the Vietnam situation, Reagan, and how basically America began to sell out the corporations. Which another thing that's on right now, people should watch is Reagan on Showtime. I mean, that is amazing. You definitely should check that one out. But this even comes all the way up to Bush and Obama right now era. So I mean, it don't stop like 20 years, 30 years ago. It come up to right up until what's going on today. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe this is on Netflix, The Untold History of the United States. Check it out if y'all haven't seen it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a good podcast that every episode they cover the life of every U.S. president
Mm-hmm.
from Washington to Trump and actually up to Biden now. It's pretty interesting. It's called Presidential. You can find it anywhere podcasts are, Spotify, iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's put on by, I think it's the Washington Post's podcast, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of their podcasts. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
Mm-hmm. Look into
I enjoyed
that.
the JFK episode.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Yeah. The JFK topic alone is something. It's interesting, and it's actually something that another show on Netflix I'm gonna tell you all about that's called Dark Tourist, and he goes and travels different locations, and he actually goes to Dallas and goes on like a JFK murder tour and different things. It's interesting. After I talk about this Putin, I'm gonna talk about that as well. And also, I meant to mention this earlier in the show for everybody out there. If you want to say something in the comments that you like what we said or a different topic or anything or show we talked about, just write in the comments like 2332 and at the time mark, whatever comment. And then I'll start putting together like a best of episode each week, and it'll be a best of based off of what y'all thought was the best. So I forgot to say that at the beginning, but there you go.
Have a nice little tight cut of what people like the most out of it.
Yeah, it'd be a little interactive best of, so everybody got a chance to be a part of the video making process.
Without having to sit through us rambling for like 3 hours,
Yeah, or it's my
like
opinion of the best of. Yeah, exactly. You get the 30-minute version of the 40.
We understand everybody ain't got time to do the live stream.
Exactly.
We got something for everybody.
Yeah, there you go. We're gonna mix it on up. Now this Putin interviews. Now, this is a short series, only 4 episodes. It's very interesting. I don't exactly agree with his take on it, but you can see that Putin is charismatic, and Oliver Stone actually likes him. They get along. They actually,
they're friendly.
yeah, and he actually has like a flattering view and take on Putin in this. But it's interesting to see the insight of someone we rarely get to see, where even though it is kind of right, exactly, even though it's not the clearest.
Yeah, he's cool with Rodman, Dennis Rodman. He's cool with Steven Seagal. He's like personal friends with Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah, A-list actor Steven Seagal.
He's got citizenship over there now in Russia.
Really?
He moved there in like 2016 or something.
I mean, that really isn't the worst thing, but it's interesting to pick that place if you don't have any ties to it. Does Steven Seagal have ties or Russian heritage?
Yes, I think on his father's side.
Okay.
Because up until recently, I thought the dude was he had some Native American in him, because he always had like kind of like an almond kind of like tone. Maybe it was just like a bad tan or something, but he's like totally European. he's like Russian German, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was like, I'll
appropriate it because I got the long black hair like Tanto. That's why they call me Seagal. I could break your arm in 3 places before you knew it, punk.
Seagal is so funny, man.
Right. He always tried to talk low and tough. You know, you guys thought you was going to get away.
What do you think you're some sort of tough guy?
Right. You think you're going to sell this dope in my hood? Hey, I was above the law, marked for death, and now I'm ready to die on dangerous ground. Try me if you like. And I'm under siege. I was under siege, but then I became above the law. Once I was above the law, I was marked for death. They weren't ready for what I had to offer, and I had them on dangerous ground.
Right after the exit wounds.
I went into a rap career manager. Didn't work out so good. Ja Rule, fucked up. But I tried.
There's a couple of great videos on
DMX, no career. Right. Every time
Steven Seagal apparently gets along with nobody he interacts with.
Hey, for real. Have you all heard the story Kevin Hart told about it, Steven Seagal?
I heard he pissed himself. The sensei put him in a headlock.
Right, pretty much. Right. He
made Steven Seagal wet himself like a 70-year-old dude.
Pretty much. He said he was on a movie or whatever and talking with the stuntmen that's like young and still do it. And Steven Seagal came up to him like, hey, I put me in any move. I bet you I can get out of it. They're like, man, get your ass out of here, man. He's like, no, I'm serious. I'm fucking Steven Seagal. Put me in any move. I bet you I can get out of it. And so he put him in the move. And he couldn't get out of it. He like, wait a minute. Cut.
Done,
cut. Uh-oh. Cut that.
Well, my understanding is Steven Seagal is only an expert in Aikido. Like, he's not a master of like multiple forms of martial arts.
Right. Yeah,
Aikido is like a minimal contact kind of approach, I think.
But Aikido is dope though, because in a real fight, you ain't going rounds. You trying to end that as quick as possible. Boom.
Man, pull up Steven Seagal. You got to pull up one of his Aikido videos. He's got one from like the 70s where he's just beasting on people. And then there's one from like a few years ago. Now that he's got like this big, Steven Seagal is massive. He's terribly out of shape, man. He looks like a beach now. Yeah. So now seeing fat Steven Seagal do it at age 60, it just doesn't hit the same. But there's 2 different.
And he's still making movies too.
Yeah, he stays hustling, man. He had a reality show where he was like a deputy or something, like a deputized policeman in this little small town in the middle of in middle America somewhere. And he actually they just took the camera with him and took Steven Seagal on arrests pretty much. and then they had to cancel it because Steven Seagal like ran through somebody's back fence with like a bulldozer or something, and he killed their dog. And then they canceled production after he killed the animal by accident. He was driving like a tank or something.
You know what's messed up is I actually liked Steven Seagal when I was young as a kid. I actually I went to the movies to see Mark for Death. I think that was like his second movie or something. They was always in Chicago, so I'd be like, man, he kicking ass in Chicago. There we go. And I wanted to go see it. And what's funny is so that was like Mark for Death came out in like 92 or something, Above the Law, 88. So Mark for Death came out in like 1990, I think. And so I remember by the time I was working in like running group homes and stuff, Mark for Death, 1990. So by the time I was working in group homes and stuff or whatever and doing that type of work, it was like 2010. And I had a client, he'd be like, man, you want to watch a movie? I'm like, nah, I'm good. He's like, hey, I got all the Steven Seagal, man. I got them all. Steven Seagal, man. He act like he was like current with Steven Seagal, man. He would play
all the directed DVD joints too. He was up on that
VHS.
Oh man,
boy, he was not playing with those Steven Seagal, baby.
I've only met one guy out of my entire life that fanned out on Steven Seagal. I don't know if it was quite on that level, but he would always talk about him at work and shit. And like I want to learn how to do that Steven Seagal shit. Then he would just do this. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
CJ said Aikido is trash. Yeah, right. Till you throw a punch with somebody know what they doing. He catch your arm and break it at the elbow.
Right. And CJ was in the Navy, so he would know.
We don't know about all that. Navy.
Well, I'm making an assumption.
Right.
Okay, that's an assumption. Let's be clear. That's an assumption.
Right. Let's see what else we got lined up for tonight, man. I'm put out the link as well if y'all want to come on up and join us, talk about the fight and other things as well. Let me show some clips of the Tyson fight, and we'll talk about that. Go back to the Tyson fight. I like to try to mix it up. Don't just cover it all. Cover a little, go to this, come back. Keep it a little interesting.
Give a little sample.
Yeah.
Make them wait till a little bit later. Yeah, I see what you're doing, man. You are very strategic. The audience doesn't know how strategic you are.
I love it when a plan comes together. All right.
I love it when a plan comes together.
18 reference right there, y'all. Y'all don't know. But anyway, we didn't see Nate Dogg. He still ain't woke up. They still got the smelling salts out for Nate right there. But Tyson right there, him and Jones, it was actually pretty good. But the bad part, damn, that's all they got is just showing him just still out. Wondering where am I? They got Nate Robinson in the meme right here laid out on the car. He still ain't moved him out the way. They was walking around him. They had that much room.
The internet is merciless.
Boy, you ain't lying. But Apollo Creed. If you nice, you nice. If you nice, I break you. But the Tyson fight, it looked like that Roy ain't want to end up like Nate. I think that scared Roy. He like, oh, hell no. Ain't going to be 2 nights. Hell no. You see Mike Tyson.
Part of his point. I think this was approached brilliantly from a business perspective.
Definitely.
It's like a whole new avenue for Tyson. And anybody else who wants to do it,
Mm-hmm. And he's trying to start the league, Legends Only League. What do you think about that?
Hey, why not? Why not start your own thing while you can, then hand it down?
Hey, I mean,
because they were asking Tyson during the press conference after that he did with Roy, and they asked him if he wanted to do like a proper boxing match, like back with the league or whatever. He's like, nah, like I'm past that. You want to
Right.
keep doing this. So he's being really smart about his business. Like he's establishing his own. He's establishing his own independent boxing circuit. You know.
Right.
He's
Right.
been on the ground floor of that. This is something new. This is something that's
And it was
revolutionary.
entertaining. Yeah, I like the format of mixing the music with the commentators that aren't all the straight laced Max Kellerman type. You had Snoop Dogg, you had a rookie type boxing commentator. You did have straight lace in the middle for everybody.
Right.
But, you know, he wasn't like trying to overrule everything.
Right.
You know,
Snoop was straight comic relief.
Exactly.
And he's more relatable. He's more relatable than a commentator. So
yeah, more entertaining as well.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of offers. Everybody wanted to be a commentator now.
You see what I mean? Look at how much bread this is generating.
Yeah, for real.
Seriously, this is brilliant.
Yeah. And Tyson, he was saying, back to your point, when they asked him, he said, "No, I'm not fighting for championships. No. That is better. I'm fighting for humanitarian reasons. That's why I do this. Why I do it.
Whatever it is, he's getting it away from those gatekeepers. He's taking the power away, and he's definitely got the relationships to do it right too.
Mm-hmm. Now, a couple of drawbacks that I'm gonna give to the fight. For one, I think Tyson won, but the drawback is that it was 2-minute rounds. Now I know they both over 50,
right?
But it's only 8 rounds too, so it ain't like you had 2-minute 12 rounds. You got shorter amount of rounds, 8. It was 2 minutes, and Roy Jones was running, so we didn't really get to see them mix it up like they should have. And in a way, we didn't really get our money's worth if it wasn't for Nate Robinson. As far as action, you know, neither Roy or Tyson really landed a good shot on each other.
I'm probably alone when I say this, but I'm not sure I wanted that. Like, I wanted it to be like a good match, and they gave you a show, and nobody has brain damage, hopefully. You know, they're over 50, so they're doing it smarter. I don't think they have to do like Super Smash Brothers style at this point. People are still interested. You know, people are still going to check for it. Right. So, you know, make the most money off of it, and, you know, not suffer any more debilitating injuries on top of it by dialing things back a little bit. Everybody gets paid. You know, that's cool with me as an audience member, and I'm sure it's cool with them from a business perspective. But I understand everybody may not agree.
Now, would you be looking for a round 2? And do you think that Tyson being high had anything to do with it? As you know, with sending earlier showing me.
Yeah.
Tyson.
I was having a little fun with you because remember I was in your comments the other night and I was like, I'm not sure it matters. And now you were entirely thinking like, nah, it matters. But
it does, because also it calms you down, makes you docile. Who want to fight and they just got blazed and they chilling?
Or is he just clearing his head?
I don't want to destroy him. I don't want to.
Like, did you see the Vlad TV interview he did like a day or so ago?
Tyson did Vlad TV?
Yeah. He interviewed with him.
No, I didn't see that.
Leading into the fight. He said, like, I just turned my phone off, man. Like, I'm not taking any calls. I'm not doing any social media. Like, I'm just focused. I'm in the zone, you know? So he's probably clearing his mind, if I had to guess. I mean, he's already been training his body to, like, peak physical performance for a man his age. I mean, you've seen those training videos.
Yeah. Actually, Tyson's body looked a little better than Roy's body. Tyson's body, Roy had little man boobs a little bit more than Tyson did. You know what I mean?
He still had it back. I don't know. I guess when you get a certain age, you know, skin hangs. You know,
it's harder to rip your skin up like with a 6-pack. If you would have had it and maintained it, it's one thing, you know, but to lose it and stuff. So I'm not saying I should expect them to be ripped, but he's a little more flabbier than I thought. Not that they look bad at 50, you know.
No, they both look great. I mean, generally speaking, they look very healthy. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like, Tyson's like ripped, and I guess it's more, that visual is more enhanced because not too long ago, just a few years ago, he was really out of shape. He was on dope. Well, he's on drugs. He was
They
going
say he
through
lost
some time.
100 pounds.
Yeah, like
He's 220 now, so he was like 350,
yeah.
330.
So to see that journey, to see that where he came from, like you appreciate it more. You appreciate it differently, I should say.
Right.
So, and he looks great.
Yeah. He said right here, listen, I can't stop smoking. I smoked during fights. I just had to smoke. I'm sorry, I'm a smoker. I smoke everything. I never stopped smoking. I'm sorry.
40 grand worth a month, right?
Wow. Wow.
Remember when he said that?
No, I didn't hear that. 40 grand a month.
He said he smokes 40 grams worth of MJ a month.
Oh, 40 grams. Wow.
No, $40,000.
Oh, 40 grand. 40
G.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's too much, Mike.
I mean, he might have been hollering, but
do you get me to sell it to you, Mike? I can give you a little discount.
Oh, isn't he in the dispensary business too?
They should be. He started his name. He could license and do all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody would want to, but then again, you can oversaturate yourself too. Like
sometimes, but
he's getting pancakes or some shit.
Well, he's getting I think he's got a smarter team than that. Right. I think, and he's a lot smarter too. You know,
he say right here in this article he stopped using cocaine 2.5 years ago, but not the marijuana, no. But the booger sugar, I quit the booger sugar a long time ago. I just don't partake in it anymore.
Hey, I mean, it's working for him.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, do you think that that smoking before the fight had any effect at all?
I mean, part of me, like, there's a little part of me that feels like it was almost a troll when he said that. But let's assume that he's just telling the truth. I don't know. It affects people differently. Some people, those effects, you know, it slows their mind down, like you're saying, and it helps them lock in on one particular thought. So you may have just been projecting himself to victory by slowing his mind down, not turning his phone off, not taking any calls, not talking to anybody, not hopping on social media to see what everybody's saying about it. He was in the moment, dog. And he envisioned himself prevailing. He envisioned his victory. That's what I think. That's like my theory.
Too bad it didn't work for him, but I think they set that up on purpose to draw, because it looked like he was the more aggressive fighter and he should have won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but again, I think they did that on purpose to set it up.
Yeah, I really won too. I think they just judged it that way for optics, probably.
Yeah, because that last judge gave
enthusiasm around the rematch.
Yeah, because 2 out of 3 judges gave the final round to Roy, and Roy landed two or three punches in that final round and ran the whole round. Like, how could you have given that to him? So
they're business people. That's what I think. No matter what happened.
And they are 2 big names, probably the 2 biggest names in the Legends League. I wonder who else you can bring. Don't bring Bernard Hopkins' ass back out here. You saw his last fight. He got knocked through the ropes.
Yeah, he was playing into his like mid-50s, wasn't he?
He was. Now his body was horrible. His body was sagging and drooping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like
his body looked
fighting
horrible.
like anything else in life. Like, you got to know when to hang it up when you've been doing something for so long, no matter what it is. You got to know when to move on.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Right.
Mike Mitch, he said Mike Tyson got a marijuana ranch worth millions, and that's what I was about to talk about. It's right here. Okay, so Tyson Ranch, the cannabis company.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you can see that
that 40 grand's worth. That's a write-off.
Right.
It's just testing my supply.
I just testing the supply.
Hey, that's a tough market to get into too,
because so many people is into it now too.
Right.
Now.
Right.
And there's so much money you got to put up front that it'll take a while before you begin to make a profit if you don't get to
the regulations around it are strict as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. He said that he got on December 20th, he had a 40-acre plot of land 110 miles north of LA that he broke ground on. That he gonna use 20 acres to give professional growers a chance to cultivate new strains and technology to advance research on the medical benefits.
Yeah, so he's making moves. He's setting himself up for generational wealth. He's setting up his
Yeah.
babies. Anybody who's still close to him.
And what's so special for him and lucky for him is that his name, and he was such an iconic figure, he's able to get a second shot at the honeypot, because he already had a net worth of what, over 200 million at one
300.
time.
And and he blew it all. He went through
blew it all, and got robbed. But either way,
well, where you come from, where he came from, they don't give you any financial literacy courses. You know, they don't teach those kids how to manage money.
mm-hmm. And he also, I don't think he even made it. Yeah, did he even make it out of high school or grammar school?
So. I don't believe so. I'm not 100% though. Does anybody in the comments know? Did Tyson make it to high school?
Right. Let me know out there if y'all know. But I don't think Tyson even made it out of grade school, let alone high school. Definitely. And Customato, have you seen that about him? The questionable background.
What part of his background?
I'm trying to think what documentary I was watching, but that woman that was living with him was not his wife. They didn't have a relationship like other than working relationship. A lot of people thought that was his wife. That wasn't his wife, and he only
the one that's been around the last few years, like the most recent one.
Exactly, and he only spent time with boys and men, and always had young boys living with him and stuff. Now, nothing has officially came out, but this is all alleged. So allegedly, I'm trying to think what documentary did I see this on. I can't remember, but they got real detailed into talking about that a little bit. It was like, whoa.
About Mike Tyson.
About Customato and who he was, and did he possibly do something to Mike or have bad intentions with Mike, or did he possibly do something or have bad intention with other young men? And so that was kind of tripped out. I'm trying to think, what was that? I'm going to have to find out what that was that I saw that on so I can bring it. But I was like, whoa. I think that was something about Tyson, actually, and Tyson saying that. But I can't remember offhand. Fudgy Babe, thank you so much for your support. You guys, I appreciate your support. Yeah, on the super chat, as well as everybody that helped out when I was on Cash App on Twitch last night. I appreciate it. It definitely helped, for paying for the cost of the fight. And I appreciate the support.
CJ said, "Fudgy Babe with the coins."
Yeah, I'm waiting on CJ to contribute. CJ, I know you got $1, man. All that damn cereal you bought, man. What's up, man? You can't help your boy out. You get some free entertainment now all the time, every week. You can't make sure I got cereal on my fridge. My son likes cereal. What's up, CJ? We can't get no. See, I always got two things don't match. You got some you Kool-Aid, no water. Cereal, no milk. Bread, no butter. My bread don't get buttered, huh? Okay. All right, so while you over there relighting, that's a perfect segue to go into your smoke of the week, and I'll let you talk more about what smoke you want to talk about.
Oh man, I covered it earlier in the live stream, but I'm happy to go through it again. This is from a brand called Perdomo. There's the label right there. I know it's tough to see with the light.
Just pull it back just a little. Now look there. Go back slow, just an inch. Back and to the left. We got it. The light glaring, but they got
Yeah.
it. They get the gist of it. When I
Yeah,
was a
sorry,
kid,
guys.
I used to like to play with those and try to put them on my toys like they won the heavyweight championship. But then we had fake wrestling matches, GI Joe wrestling matches. Everybody had the Philly championship though, but still.
Yeah. This is a hand rolled or hand wrapped Nicaraguan cigar. Very good, very bold, very. You can taste the tobacco for sure, but it's got a nice, rich flavor about it that I appreciate. And they're out there right now. I've had the 10-year anniversary ones too. They're a blue label. They're really excellent too. And you can get one of these for about like 12 or 13 bucks at most cigar shops, at least here in the Midwest. I don't know how it is everywhere.
And that's a
The
piece.
audience is. Yes. And I've got this little beauty from a black-owned cigar shop on the Cleveland's west side. It's called Tremont Cigar. Check them out if you're in the Cleveland area. They're dope. And they have an Instagram page. It's called @Tremont Cigar Company, I believe. But yeah, nice black-owned cigar shop. I try to support as many black-owned businesses as I can.
Mm-hmm. With somebody, if some of these people are watching and they want to get something like that, what would be like the best way? What website or something, or do you think they should get it in? Or if they go on their own, should they look for some type of 2-pack, 1-pack, or they single, or is it best to get it in a box?
Yeah, the ones I usually get singles. Like a box of good cigars runs you about $200 or $300 easily. So I believe that's 25 sticks for a box. So I usually get the singles. I'll drop like when I'm feeling good, like 40 or 50 bucks. Get like 4 or 5 of them. They'll last me for a little bit.
How long does one cigar normally last? Because most cigar smokers don't sit and just smoke the whole cigar in one sitting, right?
It depends. If you're at a cigar lounge and you got some whiskey in you and you're conversing and having a good time, you can go through a cigar or 2 in one sitting. I wouldn't recommend it, but I know a buddy of mine, a buddy of mine went too hard one night. He had 5 cigars in one evening and woke up feeling like he got hit with a bag of bricks.
Really?
Yeah. Too much of that in one sitting is not good for you.
And so what does 5 cigars do to you? I mean, what was it? His throat?
He didn't elaborate too much. I know his breathing was probably a little messed up, as I recall. And his head didn't feel right too, probably just from all the smoke floating up there, plus whatever he was mixing that with. Who knows? So I wouldn't recommend that. But as you can see here, I've been smoking this since we've been live. We've been live 1 hour and 2 minutes, and I'm not even halfway through. And I've been smoking it pretty consistently. I've only had to relight it maybe once or twice.
Right.
So it lasts.
That's the one thing about a good cigar. When it's rolled right, it'll go out. It won't just burn up like a cigarette.
Right. But you want to make sure you get yourself a good cigar cutter too. So let's say you don't want to smoke this in one sitting. What you want to do is cut off the cherry, put it in the ashtray, and then you're good, rather than trying to put it out, because then it breaks up the integrity of the shell, of the wrap, I should say. And then, you can't pull from it again, really. So let's take off, maybe about half an inch or whatever, get that cherry off there. That way, when you light it, you have an easier time too, because it's up against bare tobacco and there's not any like burnt tobacco in the way.
There you go.
Get a good cigar cutter anywhere you find cigars. Don't get a cheap one. Spend like 10 or 15 bucks. Get a decent one with good blades that don't go dull.
Mm-hmm. And then make a good gift. Get a good, nice cigar cutter, a couple, nice little cigar or whatever. And you might have a dad or grandpa or husband that, he got a TV and all that stuff, maybe. But I know some ladies don't like smoke or think it's a bad habit or stink. But don't they got like different smells or different things or smoke outside? By the way, lovely Libra, she want to know, are you in Ohio?
I am.
We didn't hear you. You was breaking up.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, I am in Ohio.
Okay. All right, so there you go. But what if people want to talk about the smells or whatever? What would you tell or suggest about that?
Well, that's a problem I'm presented with because I smoke indoors when I do this, obviously. So what I've tried to do is you pick one area for it. You know, you don't just do it all over the place. You know, whether it's like a spare bedroom or you know, a little spot in your basement, wherever you can seclude yourself. Then from there, depending on how the room is set up, you know, stick a towel under the door, just like the teenage years, and you know, crack a window if it's available. Then usually it's fine. And make sure you get good air circulation. If you've got a ceiling fan or something like that, just turn that on low. And
now, do different cigars are they more aromatic than others, like maybe a Robusto or, you know, a blunt?
They're all very aromatic. It's a very rich smell, even if you get like the sweeter smokes that I was telling you about that are a little more mild. But it doesn't have like it doesn't smell like a cigarette. For those of you that have never, like, you know, had the cigar experience, it's nothing like that. It doesn't smell like, you know,
give me a headache, cigarettes, boy,
vomit,
right away.
You know? Yeah, it's terrible. And I smoked for 10 years. But yeah, it's very aromatic. I try to make sure that you know, the vents are closed and stuff, so it doesn't circulate through the rest of the house or whatever. Or if you've got a house and you've got like a garage or a back porch or something, you know, that's always good too.
Cocoa Butter, she said some cigars smell really nice. The ones her dad used to smoke smell clean. That could also be a little nostalgia, because I actually like the smell of Phillies, because it remind me of my granddad.
Yeah. And also, side note, I do have little things to help me combat the smell. Like I keep incense and sage and candles and stuff around, and usually burn it. Sometimes in the middle of it, other times I wait until after I put it out. But right now, I've got the Erykah Badu incense.
Erykah Badu? Why? Why is it called that?
You haven't heard of the Erykah Badu incense?
She has her own line of incense.
Yes, I'll show you. Give me 1 second.
Wow, that's actually smart too. You would think of Erykah Badu as an incense burner, if anybody was to be burning an incense. But that's smart, and it's interesting to see more artists and people going off and licensing into different ventures, like Master P with the rap snacks and different things, or whatever the case. So that's pretty cool. And of course, she probably charge more. Okay, I see what that is. And so, is that really hers though?
So here's the marketing genius around this product. So it's limited distribution, so she charges quite a bit for it. It's like $30 for like a pack of 20, or not, excuse me, $50, excuse me.
That's even worse.
Well, I mean, it's an independent business too. You know, she's not working with Walmart or anybody. She's running it off her own website, so it's independent. So I like that about that too. That's the thing with small black business owners. Like, you got to accept that the price is the price when you're a smaller business. You want a smaller business to become a larger business, then support it. You know,
like Big Baller Brand.
Pay a little more money. I mean, generally speaking, because we're too used to Walmart prices. You know,
right?
Like
that's true.
That's the thing. But anyway, no, the marketing around this is that she actually took a bunch of her panties and burned them, and then had like some scientists whip up like the scent. So it's actually the smell of her.
Get that out of.
So that's how she's been marketing it. And then she has like these really provocative commercials. You deserve it.
Breaking up.
Get that Badu P, because you deserve it. Oh shoot! Can you hear me now?
You was breaking up for a second, but yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Okay.
You said something about a provocative commercial. What?
Yeah. The tagline is "Because you deserve it."
Wow, that's funny.
And it works. It sells out within minutes every time it comes out. Minutes, literally.
Really?
Like I missed the first round earlier this year. Then I caught. She was advertising it again on her Instagram.
You don't want to burn it. I mean, for real. They're valuable. Hey man,
that's what she's saying.
This 290 ever again. This your last one.
This is your only chance for all the men and probably women that have been wondering what that thing smells like.
So do they look like regular incense? It looked a little different when you was holding it.
It's blacker. They use more resin.
But that's half burned. Okay.
Well, yeah, but they do look like this. It's just a longer version of
Okay.
this. They're black sticks. The long black sticks. It's got a definitely like a nice berry spice kind of thing going on there. It's a lovely scent. I can't quite identify it,
Yeah,
but I
see, at
get
the gas station in Chicago, I can get the long ones this long, and they like this thick, $3 for $1.
yeah. They don't smell like this though.
No, it smells like a
If you're
strawberry.
happy with Jasmine, do your thing.
Right.
This is that Badu. Support
Hey,
it.
you got me interested in wondering what it smell like now. What that thing smell like that good?
I'll tell you what I told my audience. It smells like world peace.
World peace. Like. Oh, snap. World peace. Now that was funny right there.
Thanks.
Now I got a funny yet crazy video on Instagram. I always try to throw one out there every week. And it seemed that it's more and more kids talking crazy to their parents, man. What in the world? And so here go another badass kid.
Can't blame it all on Mercury retrograde, can we?
Right. Listen to this. Y'all just tell me what you think on this. This is crazy.
Yup, you're fucking right. I am. Stay the fuck out of my room if you want to be a whore. What?
That's what he said to his mama.
What did you just say? I meant to say
I almost choked.
Watch how scared he was for a second, though.
Booty bumped that thing on open. Oh, yeah, it's over for him.
Little Johnny, you're fucking asshole.
Correct
Yup,
him.
you're fucking right. I am. Stay the fuck out of my room if you want
Correct that child.
What? What did you just say?
Talk about the undoing. He would have been undid.
Seriously.
Man, I never in my life thought of calling my mom any of that stuff. At least not to her face. No. But when you were a kid, you always got something make me sick. But
I mean, that's anybody with their parents, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But wow. That's crazy, man. With your mama, how long would you have lived, man? Would you have got to grow up? Would have been able to grow up.
It would not have been a good day for me.
No. Now this right here, this video right here is funny, but it's interesting. I like it though, because I guess some people was trying to hate on her, talking about she was fat or something, which she ain't even like that. But nevertheless, I don't know why everybody think you need to be 100 pounds, but she telling all the haters what she think about herself. And I like her confidence, but she did do it in a funny way. And always do you, man. Don't let the haters like Cat Win. How you gonna let them talk about your self-esteem? That's yourself.
A round of applause for all you bitches trying to call me ugly. Head ass. I know I look good. Bitch, fat, yes. Obese, yes. Chunky, yes. But ugly, could fucking never, baby. Clap, clap, clap. It was funny, psych.
Talk that talk, lady.
She's belly dancing.
Talk that talk.
Bitch, that's confidence.
Confidence.
That's confidence. Look at me. Look at me. This body.
You got a big hump, speed bump.
Right.
But hey, do you, man?
Yeah. She can chill out now, though. She can relax now.
Belly dancer.
Yeah.
She a belly dancer. What's wrong with that, though?
I didn't say anything was wrong with it.
I'm just messing with it. I ain't saying it. Yeah.
Love yours. Absolutely.
Right.
There's beauty and everything.
Yeah, she was funny, man. I had to give it to her, man. Hey, always do you, love you. Don't worry about what everybody else say. It's always somebody out there for you, ladies. So,
every shoe has a mate. That's what they say.
For real. Facts. So, anyway, before we get up out of here, I gave people a chance to come on up and join up, talk about the undoing or Tyson or whatever. But, it is what it is. Anything you want to say you got going on for your channel coming up?
Yeah, I've got a video. Well, first of all, the dream interpretation conversation I had with my friend Dr. Nicoya Williams, professional life coach and hypnotist. amongst many other things. We had a conversation breaking down dreams. And, we talked about this a couple of lives ago too, Jay, where, you ever have a night terror and wonder what your subconscious is trying to say to you? Because that's what dreams are. It's your subconscious, screaming something at you that your woke mind hasn't registered just yet. So we had a nice conversation. It's in about an hour. It's available anywhere you can find Cigar Talk. I have the video up on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and my Twitch channel as well, too, people. And I have the audio version available anywhere you can find podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, you name it. So check it out. It's a dope conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And next up, I have a conversation with a HR specialist friend of mine. We'll be talking about head leaders versus heart leaders. So look for that later this week.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Go on and check it out, y'all. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description box.
I appreciate all the support, everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I got one last thing I wanted to bring up, another topic real quick. And I don't know why all of this is coming up all of a sudden, but this Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion and things going on. And
let's talk about that. Yeah, I watched that a couple times.
Yeah, and Maddie saying that Daphne Maxwell Reed thanked Janet Hubert for not returning to the show. Basically, like, yeah, your problem was my benefit and success. Thanks.
That is a dick thing to say to somebody.
For real. And what would be the point now?
Yeah, like, it's just like sticking the knife in between the ribs and twisting. What'd you say that for?
Yeah, definitely.
And all of you just learned, what leaving that show did to her life and her career.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Like, yeah, because when you label a black woman difficult in the acting world, like, they're done. It's career death.
Yeah,
and look what Monique's going through right now.
Yeah, she definitely having a hard time with that. And they were saying right here in the article, why did Janet Hubert leave the show? The original Aunt Viv, for those who don't know. And it was saying, that the rumors were floating that she wanted to make the show about her and was difficult to work with, which don't make that much sense. Why would the show be about her? And it's the Fresh Prince. But anyway.
And then she bombed on Will Smith and Alfonso Ribeiro hard, like, over the last few years, and let them know, like, how many different ways she got blocked. Like, by Will in particular, she was alleging, I believe.
Yeah, she said right here that they finally gave her a chance to clear up what happened. She said they offered me this really bad deal in the 3rd season. And Hubert said at the reunion, they told her, you've got 2 months and 2 weeks of work, and you cannot work anywhere else. So that meant her salary was cut. She said, I had a new baby and a husband who was out of work. So I said, no, I did not accept their offer. I was never fired, but the misconception was always put out there, she said. I was trapped. What could I do? They said, okay, then we're going to recast your role. And I said, what can I say? I was hurt deeply. And I just add this other thing. Rachel True, who was Mary Jane in Half Baked, she said something similar, that when she would go for roles, they would always offer her an extremely low salary compared to her white counterparts, like in The Craft. She spoke about this in particular, and that if she was given the impression that if she complained, that we could just replace you. It's not like you really that special. You basically filling a quota. Either you take this low money or we'll get another desperate black actress that will.
Right.
And so that when they don't take it,
dirty
the next
business,
person
man.
do, it allows them to think that it's okay, and they keep the salaries down for the average black actor. And if they speak up, well, we'll just replace you with somebody else. It ain't like you the star. You're a star, or people come to see you.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you have to fight your way to get on like Will's level, or at least where he was before he did all those bombs.
Right.
Get to a point where you can choose roles without auditioning. Like that's a lot of work.
Definitely,
But
and it's fewer of the Will Smith, Martin Lawrence level, and it's more on their level. You know, and so that's why they're able to do that.
Like
Because
Denzel and Morgan Freeman are like
they
top
set
of the pyramid
right
when it comes to those OG black actors. This next generation's made a lot of money too. Will Smith's made a lot of money, but his brand just took some blows over the years.
She even said in this article that she said what was worse was what was waiting for her when she left the show. Word got around that she was difficult to work with and was basically shut out of the entire industry. At the reunion, she finally got to express to Will how much leaving the show affected her. She said, when I left the show, I had this new baby and no one. Her family disowned me. Hollywood disowned me. My family said, you've ruined our name, and I wasn't unprofessional on the set. I just stopped talking to everybody because I didn't know who to trust. I had been banished. They said it was you who banished me because you were Will. You were a kid. It was hard. Wow. So she kind of blames Will for it all in a way.
Yeah,
and that's kind of wrong. I don't know the exact details, but what do you
think? She shitted on Will publicly several times. She went at Alfonso several times. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's like some truth to it because Will in that that setting, I don't want to call it an interview, but on the special, on the reunion, he never denied anything that she said. You didn't see him do that, but he also didn't really completely take, I don't know, like specific responsibility for anything he did. He just, pretty much said I was young and I felt threatened. He was basically saying he was on one at the time, which, is understandable. Will Smith at that point, he's the Fresh Prince.
So he admitted that he got her pushed out, basically.
Passively. He didn't just come out and say it, though.
Mike Mitch said it's called the FU challenge. It's all over the internet. Or maybe I missed what he said that. Maybe he was talking about Nate Robinson. I don't know. Let me see.
But yeah, check out the reunion. It was cool, man. But that's what I took from it.
Now, Daphne Maxwell, this sounds kind of stupid to even say this, but she said everybody hugged and finally it was just the two of us. And I just embraced her and I said, welcome home. And she said, we had a really lovely day that day. The two of us took a lot of pictures together, a lot of hugs. Here's the bad part. I told her, it sounds mean, but I mean it sincerely. Thank you for not coming back so I could have a job. Shut the fuck up. What the hell is wrong with you?
If that really happened, if that really was said, that's a horrible thing to say.
Yeah, because I can see if she was in a good place and decided, you know what,
Janet Hubert said
want to do this show. Well, I'm saying if she was in a good place and said, I don't want to do this show anymore, I'm moving on, find somebody else, that's different. She still wanted the damn job.
Yeah, they were just lowballing her. They gave her a bad deal, and she did what any actor would do. She made a difficult decision.
She had some principles.
I know a lot of people in the performing arts world. It is cutthroat, and they do everything they can to play you out of money in that business. In theater, television, films, like it's dirty. So dirty.
That is. They treat people
kind of like black actresses in the 90s. Yeah. Successful ass show, and they've got all the leverage.
Yeah.
And her leaving the show didn't kill the show. It only got more popular. So they knew, like, they had all the leverage, and they just.
And her character wasn't that important at the end. But
well, it was built around the first season was more built around her relationship with Uncle Phil, and they were supposed to be like the bedrock of the show. But then it became clear over time that Alfonso and Will, they were the comedic track of the show, and that's what they chose to lean into. On top of like the family values piece and all that stuff. Which. Which James Avery, for example, that's not somebody you could have replaced.
No, he was such a big, large
James
figure.
Avery.
Yeah, especially because he was big too, so you couldn't get a person to replace him.
Like that. It's like replacing James Gandolfini on The Sopranos.
Right,
Like you can't replace Tony Soprano. He is that character.
That's true.
You know, and they were talking about doing that too at one point. When Gandolfini was in negotiations with HBO, trying to shake more money out of him, they were like, "Well, we'll replace you with Anthony LaPaglia, the Australian actor, to play Tony Soprano." No, James Gandolfini is Tony Soprano.
James Avery, he didn't live long after the success of the show.
Unfortunately, no, he passed away in 2013.
Yeah, after
he had a long career though. Like he did a lot of work.
Actor parts. And then he finally became the star of his own thing, and then he didn't get to enjoy it long. So it's the way life works sometimes. Unfortunate. I like him in what is it, Be Cool or Get Shorty?
Yeah. He's done a lot of great independent films too that you guys should check out. He did work with David Chase again, the creator of The Sopranos, on an independent film. I can't remember the name of it though. And he's done a lot of stage. He did a lot of stage work too. He was a stage actor as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's got a lot of work under his belt.
Yeah,
just nothing as big as The Sopranos. That's all.
No, that was.
But he's worked with a lot of the biggest actors.
Yeah. Also, I'm glad I just thought of this. Almost forgot. For Life. Let me talk about For Life for a quick second before we get out of here. So season 2 started. So far they got 2 episodes aired right now. For Life is about what is it? Aaron Wallace, and he's talking about his life or whatever. And he was in prison, wrongfully convicted for 8 years.
Loosely based on the life of Isaac Wright Jr.
Exactly.
Very loosely.
Is nothing like the show. But still,
it is with all the annotations.
Yeah. We got a guest just showed up, Miss Tamika. Hey, what's up, girl? What's on your mind right quick before I get into For Life? Tamika, what's up? You hear me? You there?
Hi, I just wanted to say hello.
Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing?
Hello.
What's on your mind?
Yeah,
what's up? You got technical difficulties. We can barely hear you.
You're breaking up a lot, Tamika.
There you go. I see you ain't got the Tasha on for me though, but it's all good. We got
nothing. I just want to say.
Got the Tasha hanging up in the back cave. We can barely hear you breaking up, Mama. I just see you froze right now. All right. Well, while she getting unstuck right quick, I'll bring it down.
Come on back.
Yeah, come on back. I'll talk about For Life for a minute while she, get unstuck.
Are you admitting to corruption? Feels like every other episode, man.
For real.
We're trying to corner the DA's office.
Man.
Every little thing he can exploit, he's exploiting the hell out of it.
Yeah. And it makes sense that it's not accurate to the real life because he was like so good. I'm looking him up, made me look him up like, dude, he like Johnny Cochran. I mean, he had answers for everything, come up with stuff. I mean, they were going overboard trying to make sure he don't, get out. But yeah, he is a damn good lawyer.
Yeah, very complicated dude too.
Yeah, definitely. So here's a good question that I'm gonna bring up based off of For Life, which is the scenario of his best friend sleeping with his wife and moving in and all of that. Now, when you get out, could you be cool with dude again? Like, how would that relationship work?
Well, I honestly, I can't say. Um, Generally speaking, no, that's definitely outside of my comfort zone to have to deal with the fact that not only my wife, someone who I love more than anything, is with my best friend, and I just have to suck it up. On top of having spent like a decade fighting for my life to get out of that situation, to get back to my family, it'll be really difficult to make peace with that. But if I'm Aaron, you kind of got to eat that because you don't want to go back to jail.
Mm-hmm.
You've rebuilt your life. You've got a burgeoning career as an attorney. You've got a good story. You'll end up making a lot of money because you'll be like the ex-con that gets ex-cons off. He'll be like, if you're in the Cleveland area, there's an accident and injuries lawyer named Tim Misney. He's got billboards all over town. And his tagline is, "I'll make them pay." He's got television commercials all over the fucking city. Big old billboards with this big bald dude saying, "Call me at 888 whatever."
I think I'll make them pay.
I'll make them pay.
Yeah, just like it's another dude be talking about the hammer. You seen him and he be swinging a hammer around. I'm the hammer. Or
So
Peter Francis Tracy.
Yeah. So I guess if I'm Aaron, I would need much therapy after that ordeal. But I guess I would have to find a way to make my peace with it if that's the position they've taken. Because you're looking at the big picture at this point. He's got a daughter, he's got a grandkid on the way. Sometimes you have to put your own feelings aside for the greater good. So I would hope that he would have the foresight to do that and learn from the mistakes he made, because though he was not technically guilty, he was guilty of making some mistakes that landed him in that predicament in the first place. He was careless. What's the famous quote from The Godfather, the first one? Women and children can be careless, men cannot. Right.
That's true.
So he paid the price for that, and it's an extreme price, and it's wrong as shit. But I would imagine he'd be more mindful.
People that didn't deserve or appreciate it.
Right. So it sucks, man. I can't imagine being ripped from my life like that.
Yeah, it's horrible. And it also show how keeping it real can go wrong in real life.
Yes, because
being a friend, telling him don't do this, like he gonna listen to you, or
people around you that are shady and they're no good.
Yeah, that's why they say don't go in business like that in the first place.
Vet anybody you go into business with, by the way. Make sure you do your homework on them. Anybody. I don't care if you're selling T-shirts together. Make sure they're vetted. Make sure you know who you're getting in business with. Make sure they haven't ripped anybody else off.
It's all good advice right there, y'all. Excellent advice. Now,
all things we talk about on the Cigar Talk podcast, people.
There you go. You learn some more. Let me first get the cocoa butter. Thank you for joining my membership area. You see, I got an exclusive series, a lot of background videos about what I got going on, different stuff that you'll be able to see. So I appreciate you for joining that membership area right there. I appreciate your cocoa butter. Thank you for helping the channel grow and support over here. And there you go. Oh, I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna sing for you. Hold on, Coco. Here we go.
Hey, this is Jay Exotic. Thanks for that donation. I had a tiger, and the tiger saw a man.
There you go, right there. I almost forgot. I did forget. That's why we got Big Bro over here. Ian came in.
I thought you were gonna sing the cocoa butter version of the Ari Lennox song. Cocoa butter, baby.
I'm gonna dance for it too. There you go. You got me dancing over here, shaking over here. I'm gonna shake it. Don't break it. It took my mama 9 months to make it. Oh,
Jay earns his donations, people.
Dancing for you. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this thing now. My screen is froze again, y'all. Hold up. Wait. You got a little Nate dog.
Rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to David Prowse. Anybody in the comments familiar with that name?
No, I'm not. Who is that? The actor?
Yeah, he's the actor slash bodybuilder, career bodybuilder. He played Darth Vader. He was the man who was actually in the suit. And for those of you that don't know, it takes like 3 people to play Darth Vader. There's the guy in the suit, who is David Prowse. There's the voiceover, which is James Earl Jones. And then there have been the actors that played Anakin, which is Sebastian Shaw, Hayden Christensen, and Jake Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, a lot of people don't know he wasn't the voice. It was James Earl Jones.
Right, because did you ever hear that audio of his voice in the Vader costume? Because they actually shot that scene.
The very first star, he sounded like an Irish dude or whatever.
Yeah, like a light English dude.
Yeah, Darth Vader.
I want them alive. I want them alive. Opposed to James Earl Jones. Get these people. Right. I want them alive. You know.
Right. Yeah, that would have made that would have ruined the movie actually.
Mm-hmm.
Darth
and he
Vader,
was sorry about that too, because apparently George Lucas didn't tell him he was going to dub his voice. That was a decision made in post production.
It was an excellent decision because
Oh yeah,
Darth Vader is probably the greatest villain,
most recognizable villain in history.
Yeah,
the most recognizable, easily.
Look like
more than Thanos, more than Captain Hook, more than any of them. The most recognizable villain in the history of cinema and television and entertainment.
Easy.
Merchandise, toys, T-shirts, just whew. That's a legacy.
I got one of the helmets in my living room where it can do the voice changing too, and you can put it on and everything.
I am your father.
No, JJ, I am your father. But yeah, this guy, he got 74 credits last acting in 2016. So, you know,
yeah, he was busy. He had a career. He did a lot.
Definitely. How tall was he? 6'6".
Yep, he's a lot more than Darth Vader. People, you know, if you're interested, do your homework on David Prowse. He did a lot.
And we lost Chewbacca. Didn't we last year or this year?
Peter Mayhew. I don't know. It's possible.
I believe
a few Star Wars actors have passed away because Carrie Fisher passed away. She played Princess Leia. Who else? Of course, Peter Cushing's been passed away. Alec Guinness too. Alec Guinness was the first Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Chewbacca died last year, so we've lost Darth Vader, Chewbacca. Yeah, Peter Mayhew died last year. He was like 6'7" or 8.
Yeah, he was a tall guy.
Yeah, so we've lost Peter Mayhew. He was 7'3". He was taller than that. Wow. Yeah, I knew he was tall. 7'3". And he played Harry in the Hendersons as well, I believe. Harry. I believe so. I may be wrong though.
That title rings a bell.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I thought he did, but he didn't. He actually only has 26 credits. He actually played Chewbacca as well in the 2015 Force Awakens as well.
Oh, so him and Harrison Ford got to reunite on that set. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. 2019, 74. Yeah, man. And life is short. It goes by fast. It's precious. Make the most of it, man. Stop and smell the roses, everybody. So.
Sure, that's what I tried to do earlier
butter,
today.
Yeah. Cocoa butter, I'll throw you a party anytime. Don't worry about it. Let me know when you're ready for that dance. I'll shake it for you, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Boom, pop it. Let's go.
I've been known to cut a little rug in my time.
Want me to help take your hand off your leg?
Works every time, boy. Works every time. Major pain. You turds ready? You want that trophy? You
Pinch that off before I break that off and kick it around on the ground.
Boy, you gonna take it or you won't earn it?
Promoted from turds to maggots.
Congratulations.
It's been about 2 weeks since I killed me a man. And I was starting to get the itch.
Step on the jug. Jug is milky. Jug is
Come
milky.
on. It's gotta be.
Dude.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Dude. Surrounded by Charlie.
And Bubba said, Benson, I can't feel my legs.
I said, they there, Bubba. They just flopping. They just flopping like a little knob in the blood. They there.
Oh, man. That was a classic.
It was. You know what? It didn't do as well as it should have.
Yeah.
And because of that, it actually tanked what part of it tanking his career, because Blank Man, that and Last Boy Scout didn't do as well as they should have. Last Boy, they all are cult classics today.
Right, but they're low budget films made by black people, and
they didn't
don't always get the marketing push they need to. You know, and they're not always as available in as many theaters too. That's a whole nother business, like film studios and the theater business.
Yeah,
the theater business is taking mad L's this year.
Blank, oh man, it really hurt. But Blank Man, and Mo Money, that was his first. Yeah, and I liked Damon Wayans, and I liked all of those movies when they came out, but none of them did what they were supposed to, and that's why he didn't continue being a movie star.
Got back on stand up and fell into the producing role more like Keenan.
Exactly. And then like Kiefer Sutherland, he went into TV.
Went into television,
Right. And he was
good.
Star Big Fish in the Small Pond on TV.
All of them do that. LL Cool J did that.
Now, are you familiar about what happened with Lethal Weapon?
The show?
Yeah, a lot of things.
Yeah. Because the guy who played the first actor who played Riggs was a piece of shit, apparently.
Right.
Really,
and they killed him.
Him and Damon Wayans hated each other, apparently.
Right. They hated each other. Then they killed him. They killed Riggs.
They killed him off and recast him with Sean William Scott, the guy who played Stifler.
Right.
And then that was kind of the
playing a different partner, though. He wasn't actually playing Riggs.
So they killed Riggs. Yeah, that's terrible.
But how is it Lethal Weapon when it ain't no Riggs and Murtaugh?
They're talking about doing another movie too.
Right. And see,
Gibson was talking about that.
Show, Damon Wayans hated doing all the stuff. He became like the second banana on the show, which he hated. And he hated doing like the physical stuff or whatever they said.
Yeah. Well, Damon Wayans is like in his 50s at that point, right?
Right.
Dude he was playing with was like 30s,
I can't believe they went to a third season though, because those problems was happening in the first season.
Yeah. I mean, that's a show that never should have been. I mean, that's just Hollywood and TV taking all these hit films and trying to make TV shows out of them because they just have no originality.
Right. And you know what's messed up is Eddie Murphy put together Beverly Hills Cop TV show. Did you know that? And they wouldn't put it out. He even had some made, but they never released it. They even had what's his name? Al Pacino and Big Mama House, Big Junior. What's his name? He's mad about he played Martin Lawrence's son in the third Big Mama, and he mad about
that one.
Yeah, see, I saw it on cable, but he mad about wearing the dress now. He regrets it. What's his Sean? So he was in Lottery Ticket and was doing better acting than Lil Bow Wow, which ain't saying much, but what's his name? Hold on, I'll tell you his name. You know who it is when I tell you too, but
yeah, show me.
He was supposed to be Eddie Murphy son and what you call it. and the
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cop.
I mean, that's another one, but I mean, I ain't mad at them for trying to get their money, but I don't want to see the Beverly Hills Cop show all like that. It's got to be written very well.
Brandon T. Jackson.
Brandon T. Jackson. You got a picture of him?
Yeah, there he is right here. He was in Tropic Thunder as Al Pacino.
Brandon. He looks familiar.
He been in a lot. He had a big career for a little bit. He was in Percy Jackson, Big Mama 3, Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Let's see.
He's got a little jacket. So he just got blocked. They didn't want to cast him.
They didn't want to put the show out. See, Beverly Hills Cop.
That's right. You said they shot a couple episodes, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. That happens.
Here it is right here, 2013. But nobody can see it. They never put it out. But Eddie Murphy was really mad about this because he wanted to put out the show, and he was going to play Eddie Murphy's son. Eddie Murphy even was going to make an appearance in this.
You would have to for that show to be successful.
Yeah, there we go.
You know?
Eddie Murphy, Detective Axel Foley. He down here. Yeah. And they had Brandon T. Jackson playing Aaron Foley, his son. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, the storyline, a police officer on the ride tried to escape from under the shadow of his father's legacy in Detroit by listing the rich and famous of Beverly Hills. I mean, that's exactly your father's shadow.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Hollywood. If the Coming to America sequel works, go ahead and give us another Beverly Hills Cop. Go ahead and give Eddie one more.
Right.
If they end up making money off that one, that's the next one he should bring back if he's in reboot mode.
Yeah, hey, Beverly Hills Cop.
I'll take it to Beverly Hills Cop.
The first two was good. Now, when he got in there in the little fake Disneyland, that was garbage. But
yeah. The first two were great.
Yeah. In the trivia section, they say Kevin Hart was originally considered
to play the son.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah. They said that Eddie Murphy came up with the idea of the pilot because he didn't like any of the scripts for the movie part 4.
Okay.
You know, and they saying that this was the pilot. It was a pilot, and they wanted to make the series, so they didn't like the pilot. Like what pilot did they approve of is what I want to know over this. A TV show, and they said, well, this don't mean that.
About the script might be out there. You never know.
Yeah. They say right here.
I'm sure it exists somewhere.
They say that it was filmed, but the test audience, it was a complete mess.
Gotcha.
They didn't release it. But yeah,
they didn't believe in it. They didn't think it was going to make them any money.
That's what it's all about in the end. 2013 is when it was filmed. And
that's too bad.
Yeah, and they say they showed it to audiences in 2018. They're like 5 years late. So
that's too bad.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, enough of that. Anything? I'm about to go ahead and sign out. It's been a good show. I appreciate you coming through. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Yeah, you can again find me on Instagram at Cigar Talk Podcast. I'm also Cigar Talk on YouTube. I think Jay dropped the link already in the comments. So like, subscribe, follow. I appreciate the support, and I'm looking forward to seeing and interacting with you all again very soon. And as always, a lack of discipline may cost you your kingdom. No sympathy for kings. Good night.
There you go. And I'm out of here. Thanks, everybody, for the support. Coco for joining the new membership area. Fudgy Babe for the support. Everybody that watched the fight with me on Twitch last night for the movie night. I appreciate you. And, I'll be seeing y'all again. Got new content, new videos coming. Stay safe. And, appreciate the little things. Stop and smell the roses, man. Life moved too fast, y'all. So, yeah.
Take a walk in the park.
For real. Don't forget to hug your loved ones and tell them you love them. And
Every
with that,
day.
and with that, I'm out of here. Peace.